Hi, this video is about the technical analysis of the euro dollar on this 15th of February. First of all though, pause the video to read the entire risk disclaimer. Alright, the euro dollar 4-hour chart price of course has broken the support trend line. We had a very choppy upside here, and it did run into divergence, it didn't run into strong Fibonacci and resistance levels, and finally turned up at 108. Broke the support trend line and has been in this bearish channel indicated by the orange lines ever since. This channel is pretty neat, it's pretty tight, it's pretty narrow, but the channel is doing fine, multiple hits on both the tops and bottoms at this moment, and this is, I think, a great price action channel, great bearish trend channel at this moment. Yesterday it tested the resistance, failed to break it, bounced. We see that price action showed two bearish candles with wicks on top of that. So that could have been some potential for trades there, and price fell down to 105.50. My main target of this week was 105, and it has not yet reached that. Of course, it could go beyond 105 and test this bottom, but first, of course, price needs to break 105 before we can think about the next target. If you look at the purple lines, those are Fibonacci sequence levels. Starting with the pink, we see that price has arrived. This is number 1 level, this is 2, this is the third. So it's below the third, which is very important, and it's heading towards the fourth. The fourth is at 105.25, 22, and if it breaks the fourth, then there's space down to the fifth, which is 103.78, and the bottom on the left. So typically, you see an acceleration below 2, especially below 3, between 3 and 4 and 4 and 5. So you can see that we are getting, or the euro dollar is getting into a sweet zone where we could expect more and more momentum to build up to the downside if price stays in this bearish channel. So what about today? Let's take a look at the hourly chart. You see this channel in full view now. Yesterday, the pullback in the live webinar with Admiral Markets yesterday morning, I talked about the fact that this particular low cannot be broken. Price cannot break above it. It didn't, just by 1 pip, it didn't, and it actually turned a few hours later and headed lower. So looking at this particular formation, I'm expecting yet again a downside to continue. I'm expecting price basically to make lower lows and lower highs. As you can see continuously, it's doing that here. It made another lower low. Now it's making a correction. It looks like a bear flag. Price stopped at the 38.2 fib. From my point of view, if price gets up to the 50 fib, that will be ideal somewhere in here. I'm looking for shorts at 106. There's bottoms as resistance. There's bottoms here too. And of course the fibs. So I'm looking for a move up to the 50. That's where I'll be very interested. A move up to the 38.2 would be also interesting. It kind of hit that just a few hours ago, but if it still gets up there and makes a full hit, I would be interested in anywhere along the 38.50 fib, 38 and 50. But if price does break, for whatever reason, does break above the 61.8, in that case there could be a bullish break of the channel, and I would not be looking for shorts, of course. I would not be trading it to the upside because this first bullish break could be very hesitant and tentative, and I think that could be maybe even a false break, or if it does break, it could hit the long-term moving average and then turn up in here. So I'm not too interested in longs unless really price shows me a lower high here, some kind of correction, and then breaks that correction. All right, then there's a clear break of this channel to the upside, and that could change things. For the moment, I'm considering this a bear flag. Any fib bounce is interesting for shorts, or if price does break this bear flag without going to the 38 or 50 fib fully, for instance, if price breaks below 105.60, then in that case I'll probably head over to the 15 and 5-minute charts and try to find a break, small bear flag on the 5-minute chart, and look for a continuation from 105.60 down to 105.25, 105. Very small space, I know, not much space there, but that's what happens when you have a bear flag and pretty close to the main target at this moment, which is the 105, 105.25 zone. Of course, price could accelerate through that. That's just the first target. After that, there could be targets at 104.50 and all the round levels 104, 103, 102.50. But that could happen perhaps later this week. Thanks for listening. Wish you all great trading. Cheers.